I'm a hustler, homie. I'm a hustler, I'm a hustler, homie. I'm a hustler, homie. I'm a hustler, I'm a hustler, homie. I'm a hustler, homie. I'm a hustler, I'm a hustler, homie. I'm a hustler, homie. I'm a hustler, homie.
That raps.
My soul says, hallelujah.
It's the Retro Philosophy Show. Go on and tell everybody you know. Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your girl, Lottie Dottie, and I'm in the building hanging out with Retro. Keep it locked, and don't you dare touch that dial.
Remember me to tell you about bad mind friend. From you turn your back them on your life again. Cause them not like we. But anything me talk me can defend.
Yes, indeed, everybody, including Lottie Dottie. You already know what it is, man. It's your boy Retro with you on today. What's up, everybody? Everybody, including Lottie Dottie. Yeah. Music in the background. I forget the artist's name of this song. I want to give him credit. I do not own the rights to the music, but yo, when I tell you that the lyrics of this song here, especially this portion of the clip, yo, real talk, man. Real talk, man. Back in the day, there was a terminology called frenemy. Anyway. There's a lot of people in life, ladies and gentlemen, saints and ain'ts, everybody, including Lottie Dottie, that at some point or another, they just won't like you. They just won't like you. Today's going to be a quick show. We're talking about what do you do when they throw dirt on your name? You know what? I'm rookie move, man. Rookie move. I should have had my clip ready from Birdman. Put some respect on my name, man. You know. That is exactly what I should have done. Let me see something here. Bada boom, bada bang. Yeah, I want to make sure that the audio was right. I was listening to one of the other shows and it almost sounded distorted. So, we're still in the process of, working through things because look at here, man. We are striving. Anybody else striving? What are you striving for? We are striving for perfection. Happy Saturday, Alice. Ladies and gentlemen, saints and ain'ts. Let's make some noise for Alice in the building. Come on now, where you at now? Okay, my sound effects aren't going to work today. Are they working now? Okay, there we go. Good morning, Alice. Hope all is well with you and yours. Normally, I don't go live on Saturday. Folks. Just in case you didn't know, now you know. However, there's always an exception to the rule. And I actually got a wedding I got to do today, guys. There's a young couple that reached out to us, and we had spoke with them. I think it was maybe sometime. Matter of fact, it was the beginning of the year, earlier in the year. Excuse me, earlier in the year, I think it was, or maybe last year. And they they wanted to know if we would join them together in matrimony. And so we will be at Upper Praise Ministries later on today, getting the church ready and sorted out and decorated and all that stuff for their beautiful day of matrimony, their beautiful day of being joined together as one. The Bible says that for this cause shall a man leave his mother and father and shall cleave unto his wife, and they two shall become one flesh. It's a beautiful thing to see a husband and a wife work through that marriage. Now, it's workable. I didn't say it was easy. Come on now, where my married folk at? I didn't say it was easy, but it is workable. It's doable. It is God's plan. Okay, God instituted marriage. All right. So I want to say, I want to big up all my married folk that might be watching. And if you single and want to be married, take your time. Take your time. Acknowledge the Lord. Because some of us we are just jumping too quick. Anyway, we want to talk today. What do you do when they throw dirt on your name? First and foremost, ladies and gentlemen, saints and ain'ts. I'm curious as to where you are watching from. So when you come into the building, just let us know which state you're representing, because as you can see, bada boom, bada bang, bada boom, what my okay, the you see the GA Four Corners in the building. Come on, let's make some noise right there. So we want to know where you're watching from because I certainly would like to do the states where the few folk that follow the Retro Philosophy Show reside. Okay, so that is a that will definitely play a factor. So anyway, again, we want to say good morning to Alice Brown. She's watching from the great state of Alabama. Roll Tide, bada boom, bada bang. Just for you, Alex. Just for you. That's my version of Roll Tide, I guess. One more time. One more time. Hey, what's up, kid? But let's get back to the topic. What do you do when they throw dirt on your name? This is a very serious topic because for a lot of people, they just really don't know how to handle dirt being thrown on their name. First of all, you got to realize that you ain't special. You got to realize that you ain't that special, bruh. You ain't that special, sis. That you are exempt from dirt being thrown on your name. Come on, man. You got to understand and know that sometimes because you are doing what you're supposed to do, and because you are where you are supposed to be, dirt will be thrown on your name. The Bible says, and I quoted this yesterday, but it's okay. It's okay to requote it. Think it not strange concerning the fiery trials that have come to try you as though some strange thing has happened unto you. Look at here, man. I was coming back from Georgia doing the Georgia Four Corners last weekend. We were 2.5 hours from home, and a tire that I had just put on in October decided it was going to spring a leak and went flat on me. And so now I have to safely get to the side of the road. And I was thanking God because number one, no danger came upon me. And number two, we were safe as we could be in the condition, in this, uh, but thirdly, Norfolk, Virginia, in the building. What's up to Norfolk? Amen. Watching on this morning, my good sister Shakila Bussey in the building. Look at here, folks. Let me just detour for a moment. Okay, it's okay to detour, but never let a decoy cause you to detour. We'll talk about that later. This one right here is a real one. Shakila Bussey. We're just gonna give it up for it. Thank God for real folk. When you come across real folk, cherish that. When you come across real folks, number one, acknowledge it and put a high value on it. Okay, maybe we'll circle back to that here in a little bit. Thank you for checking in, sis. But we've got to understand that we are not exempt. He said, "Think it not strange concerning the fire trials that have come to try you as though some strange thing has happened." Okay, so here I am. I'm on the side of Interstate 26 West, and with a flat tire, right? But in the words of Skunk on the Ground, if you ain't on ground, you afraid to break down. So in other words, how you gonna sit there and talk about use a ground pounder, but you afraid to break down? What am I trying? What I'm trying to say is, it comes with the territory. Don't talk about you a ground pounder and you lose your stuff when your tire goes flat. I was on the side of the road just cool, calm, and collected. I said, oh well, let's start making some few phone calls. Let's see what we can make happen. Hey, it comes with the territory. So what do you do when they throw dirt on your name? Stay cool. Stay cool. Now don't get it twisted. There's different kinds of dirt. There's dusty dirt. There's dirty dirt. There's contagious dirt. There's muddy dirt, which will stick to you. So there's different types of dirt, and the different types of dirt warrant different types of cleansings. Come on, y'all better talk to me up in here. Look here now. I didn't get up here to preach. I ain't even supposed to be live today, so you already know this got to be God inspired. Okay, all right. So there's different types of dirt. And so depending on the dirt that's thrown may determine how you need to respond. Some dirt you don't respond to, but then there are some things because see, you got to realize you are setting a pattern for them as to how they can treat you. If they try you initially and you don't do nothing, they're going to try you a second time and then a third time. And my mama is bad to the bone. Yeah, she from West Virginia, but my mama bad to the bone. Yeah, yeah, with her West Virginian self. And I loves me some her. But my mama taught me, see, look at here, man. Mama didn't raise no fool and daddy didn't raise no punk. My mama, not my daddy now. My mama told me. She said, you go for the biggest one and you hit him with everything you got. She said, if you got to kick him in the nuts, kick him in the nuts. Look, my mama ain't no joke. And she's saved and sanctified. So you already know. Yeah, I'm going to look at you. I'm just going to sit here and look at you for a moment. So you oh my goodness, Lord, I'm sorry, y'all. We got Alice. She said, I don't do anything. What they say about me is none of my business unless it's true. Then I need to have a conversation with my peace, meaning the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. They will help me get right. Okay, I can definitely respect that. I can definitely respect that. And what I found out in life, ladies and gentlemen, is that we all have accumulated a certain way of dealing with things, and one's way might be slightly different than another's, and there are reasons for those variations. And so I would not argue with the way someone has proven to work for them. And we can certainly learn from each other. Absolutely, a real one. That's my girl. Yes, ma'am. She is. She is a real one indeed. Blue Shadow checking in, giving a shout out from where? Excuse me, from work. Hashtag Bike Life. All right, my man Rodney is in the building. Me Hicks, I know I just butchered your last name, sir. I apologize. I just call him the Mural King because this dude right here, I mean, dude is serious, man. That's my brother right there, man. The Mural King. All right, you hear what I'm telling you? So if you're ever in the Greensboro area, make sure you reach out to Rodney, aka Blue Shadow, and he will definitely take you on a mural hunt that will yeah, that would be pleasing. That would be memorable. You know, we had the pleasure of getting together back in the summer, and boy, it was a hot one that day too. And we went down to in the Charlotte area, and we snagged a couple murals together. And so it's always good to get out and fellowship with folks. And because again, you know, we are here to where's my graphic at? I'm slipping, y'all. Bada boom, bada bang. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Bada boom, bada bang. There it is. Collecting miles and smiles. Okay. I don't ever want to throw my leg over my bike and not extract a smile from somebody's facial facade. Real talk. Real talk. And so, Rodney, you, my brother, are a stand-up guy. We had him on the Retro Philosophy Show as well, and we chopped it up, and it was a great interview. I learned a lot about Rodney during that interview, man. And so yeah. So anybody else that might be watching, man, look at here, man. This year, 2024, my plan is to do a lot of connecting with some of you guys and just get out there in them streets and ride. Yeah, and ride. Okay. So let's see here. Where were we at, guys? What do you do when they throw dirt on your name? You know, number one, you realize that in some situations it comes with the territory, and there's nothing you can do to prevent dirt from being thrown on you. Okay, I mean, you know, haters gonna hate, liars gonna lie, but winners gonna win. And look at here, I'm 48 years old as of December the 13th of this year, right? And I'll be doggone if you catch me out there fighting. I don't fight no more. I read to you yesterday on the Kingdom Alignment page as we went live in the book of Exodus. God tells Moses, he says, you have no need to fight in this battle. Stand ye still and see the salvation of the Lord. Yeah, the enemy you see today, you shall see them again no more forever. Come on now. When the Bible says we are more than conquerors, that means we win without even fighting. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Getting old helps me with dealing with people. There you go, Alice. I mean, like real talk. You know what my mama used. I promise you, I'm gonna do a segment. Things my mama taught me. My mama's bad to the bone, y'all. When I tell you my mama bad to the bone, that woman right there, she ain't no joke, man. I mean, real talk. She raised 4 children, and she did a heck of a job. Now, I will admit I was the one that gave her the most trouble. But but we ain't gonna talk about that today. That's not what the show is about. But Alice, you bring out a very good point. Getting old helps me with dealing with people. See, some people are getting old, but they're not maturing. They're not maturing. They're getting old, but they're not growing. You know, and so and again, you're gonna hear me requote things. It's okay. It's okay. I don't have. It's all right. It's all right. But the Bible says, when I was a child, I thought as a child, I spake as a child, I understood as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things. How childish are we to still be? And I mean, some folks in their 40s and 50s and pushing the 60s, and some of you 50 but look like 74. And you still trying to be messy? Come on, bruh. Come on, sis. What kind of logic is that? We got to think better than that. I'm just saying, right? You're getting too old to be playing childish games. And so we've got to grow, all right? So, what do you do when they throw dirt on your name? I'll talk about a few things that I believe to be necessary when dirt is thrown on my name, depending on what it is, and even depending on who it's coming from. But generically and generally speaking, we must set parameters. I don't care if it's just some dusty dirt and it ain't even no contagious dirt. You got to let folk know. Hold on, player now. I'm not one to be played with. I don't play those games. It would be different if I was playing those games and then you played the same game back on me. But I'm not out here playing those games. So where did you get the idea? Where did you gather the logic that you could play those kind of games with me when I don't even play those games at all? Look at here. I dropped out of high school because of recess. Come on now. And in other words, I don't play no games. Where's that other effect? Oh, yeah, there we go. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah, okay. What I'm simply trying to say is I don't play games. And when you get to a certain age, you don't play games either. So as we get older, we see life through a different lens and from a different perspective. At least we should, in my humble opinion. The only thing that has broke my heart was when people said I was having sex with people I didn't even know. I've cried many a nights. All I wanted to do was ride and fellowship. Well, the problem was, sis, you were probably out riding them. The problem is, and so the problem is that you were better than they are. I mean, the woman who was taken in adultery, she wasn't taken to Jesus because of the actual thing she was doing, and of course, we're not saying that. She was taken to him because they was hating on her. Look at here now. I can guarantee you, the one who she was laying down with had no, parts in taking her to Jesus. But the ones that wanted some, well, yeah, okay, okay, all right. I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna leave that alone. Y'all ain't ready for that on Saturday morning. It's too close to Sunday. But my heart goes out to you, sis. It is a terrible feeling. It is a hurtful feeling to be accused of something that you did not do. But you have some people out there that are just so callous, cold, and just evil. You know what the old folk used to say: if you'll lie, you'll steal, and if you'll steal, you'll kill. So a liar is a murderer. Yeah, a liar is a murderer. And seriously, there have been many of lies that have assassinated people's character, and many a times, Alice, that's what they're after. They are after your influence. They're out to stop your progress, and because they're haters. They're haters. They're haters. They're haters. They're haters. But that's all right. Bless their heart. We're praying for them. We're praying for them. Let me do this real quick. I told my wife I wasn't going to be long because, as I said, we've got to get down the road for this wedding that we have to do down at Upper Praise. But I'm going to take a few phone calls if you guys would like to call in Saturday morning. And let me pull up the phone app. Bada boom, bada bang. Okay, she should be live at this point. Because I wouldn't mind hearing, or you can just simply put it in the comment section as well. What do you do when dirt is thrown on your name? Is the question or the topic for this morning. Many of us have had dirt thrown on our name, and there are okay. Let me do this. Let me do this real quick. One of the reasons why I don't believe we can do nothing when dirt is thrown on our name is because it gives them not only the ability, but it also gives them the feeling that they can continue to throw more dirt on your name. I think that they have to be held accountable. And you said, well, I can't stop them from lying. No, we can't stop a liar from lying, but we can expose them. And that's what needs to be done. These people need to be exposed. We can no longer, in good conscience, allow people to continue to spread lies and they not be held accountable. We right, false information has torn down plenty of people. Absolutely. Because see, here's the deal. It's a lie, right? But you can't recover all of the effects of a lie. My pastor, rest his soul, Bishop Marion Ezekiel Shaw, he used to say, you can pluck a feather, you can pluck a bird, a chicken or whatever, and take the feathers and throw them to the wind and then run and gather them. You will never recover all of those feathers. There are going to be a countless amount of feathers that will be blown away and lost with the wind. You will, and so you can say, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean, I misunderstood or whatever. I had wrong information. Yeah, it's just like in the papers, right? They put out a false article about you, and then when they're called out on it, and they're made to recant their statement, they do that in some little bitty section down in the corner, but the lie they put out was on the front page. And so, some people will never look at tomorrow's newspaper and that little bitty section of the paper to see that the information they ran with yesterday was only a lie. And so we have to begin to hold people accountable. We have to begin to uncover their places in other words, they lie from a particular place. And okay, let me put it this way. And I know ain't none of us in Vegas right now. Well, somebody could be watching from Vegas. If you're watching from Vegas, holla at your boy this morning. But there's the saying, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Mm-mm. It doesn't. It doesn't, because you mess around and bring something home, and now we got a whole nother problem. Okay, you did your deed, whatever it was, in Vegas, and then you get back home, but your mind is still back in Vegas. So it didn't stay in Vegas. It's still affecting. Anyway. Okay. So I'm a firm believer because we like to say, club business is club business, and it shouldn't be, talked about here or there. We like to say what happens in this house is our business, and no, there comes a time where it needs to be unveiled. It needs to be uncovered. Here's a better word. It needs to be exposed. Some folk continue to be notorious liars because they tell their lies and hide their hands. My mom used to say, throw their stones and hide their hands, you know. And so I think what we need to do is we have to begin to call them out. They call you with foolishness. Get the person on the line who they calling about. I guarantee you they'll stop calling you. I had somebody share some information with me, and they said, "Man, Retro, they was coming for your neck." But they gave them a piece of their mind and shut them down. And ladies and gentlemen, saints and saints, that's like some real mature stand-up behavior. Because what kind of person takes on the logical thinking that they could tear down someone to someone else? Let me put it to you this way. Let me explain to you why. The reason why people think they can call you and talk about him is because they don't want to see him fixed. They want to see him hurt. They want to mar his name. They want to mar his reputation. They want to attempt to stop his or her progress. But if they were really godly and if they were really mature, they would understand that no man is an island unto himself, and we are our brother's keepers. And so we should go. Now, I could understand if you came to me and said, Retro, I don't like the way you went live on Monday and you said such and such and you made, it sound like so and so. And yo, bro, you got to tighten up, man. You got to stop doing that, because I think that was wrong. And now I can say, get off my phone. Or I can say, well, my goodness, man, I didn't realize it came across that way, man. I've had people call me out, right? And I won't even say they called me out. They called me for clarity on things I've said in the past, and I'm sure to happen in the future as well. And I welcome that, because sometimes you don't realize it was perceived the way it was perceived. And as I often say, one's perception is one's reality. So my point is, many times these Negroes, they're not trying to rectify a situation. They're actually trying to kill an individual. Okay. And I believe that we have entered into a season of exposure. We got to start holding people accountable. Well, where did you get that information from, and why? Um, I It was said that I was fake. It was said that I was a hustler. Uh,
I'm a hustler, homie. I'm a hustler. I'm a hustler.
they could have never told any more truth than that. We looking at a hustler because you give me 15 cents, come back later on, I got a dollar.
I'm a hustler.
I was born to hustle, fam. I mean, it's who I is. Now, let me talk to you about a hustler. When you get when you get somebody who is a hustler, let me see how I need to say this. Okay, there are two different hustlers. There are grimy hustlers, and that just get over, and then there are hustlers with integrity, hustlers with character. Those are the real hustlers because they'll be left in the ghettos of America. And you come back later and that same ghetto has a system in place and everybody's getting money. And I'm not even talking about street money. But, because I grew up in an era where, Sister Maybird up the road didn't have her rent money. So Ray Ray showed up and say, all right, here's what we're gonna do. I want you to go get Patty. I want you to go call Sally. I want you to go call Peter. I want you to go call Paul. And we're gonna and don't forget the DJ, because last night a DJ saved my life. Yeah, okay, all right, y'all ain't messing with me on this morning. And they would have these things called, come on now, who's with me? Who's with me? Who's with me now? Y'all ain't never heard of a rent party? Come on, man. I'm talking about being raised by true hustlers. They ain't got the rent money and ain't nobody can, but everybody got $1. Everybody got $2. Everybody got $3. Everybody could put something on it. Keisha, what's going on, girl? How you doing? Shannon, how you doing? Thank you for joining. All right, joining the Retro Philosophy Show this morning, all the way from Illinois. Let's make some noise for Illinois. Yeah, that part right there. Shannon, I need to know one thing. You got any hustlers up there in Illinois? You better ask somebody. Also, we want to say good morning to Keisha Holloway. Where's my mouse at? Bada boom, bada bang. Keisha, where you watching from, sis? Keisha Holloway in the building. Make some noise for her as well. Maxwell, what's going on, brother? My man Maxwell, how you doing, sir? That's my family right there, folks. Yes, sir. Good dude right there, man. So we would have these things called rent parties, right? And so Sally would show up and everybody get their little $2 to get in. You know what I mean? And they would look here before you know it. I bet you one thing, they had their rent money. And they even had enough to go on down to the corner store, and get some Spam and some oodles and noodles, and yeah. I'm talking about the spirit of a hustler. Now, it's a different thing when you go from being a hustler to one that hustles people. See, a hustler and one that hustles people are two different things. And some folks are out there. Let me move on. Let me move on. See, life sometimes deals you lemons, but a real hustler will get him a lemonade stand and make bank. Mm-hmm. Yeah. My first business was I was a paper boy, and I'm doing that. I had my little crate, and I would had it tied to the front of my handlebars. Ooh, Lord, I gotta get ready to get out of here, folks. And come Friday was collecting day. What's time to collect? I show up as paper boy. I'm collecting. Oh, I love the feeling of that. I went out and got me another paper route. Got the Sunday paper route. Before you know it, man, I was bit with the entrepreneur bug. So I've been hustling all my life, folks. Yeah. My first official business was Hotspot Variety, 1279 Worcester Street in Indian Orchard. I mean, facts. You can fact check me on this, right? Right there on the corner, and there was this dude in Springfield that had a store. He had been there for a while, older brother, and so I went down there and I said, man, I'm getting ready to try to open up a store up in the Indian Orchard, and I was wondering if you can come by and check it out. Maybe offer me some advice. What I was doing, I didn't realize it, but what I was doing was I was looking for some mentorship. So dude comes up there, man, and he looks around and he literally, I mean, true story, he literally busted out laughing as soon as he walked through the door because the place was a mess. It was this little corner store. And I couldn't figure out why he was laughing. I'm full of dreams and aspirations and everything. And I'm like, what's so funny? And he when he got done laughing, he said, when you get done, just call me when you get ready to open and we'll talk. And I said, okay, cool. So me and my girlfriend, who is now my wife, we got to work, and it was me, my wife, Of course, my girlfriend at the time, because we was only 17, and my homeboy Mark Ricketts and my little brother Marcus, and the four of us, we got in there, man. I was still in high school, and I would leave school, and we would get up there to the store, and we would work. I called my cousin Norbert. He came over, did some carpentry work around the front of the door and all that stuff, got me set up, and when we got open. We got open, man. And 17 years old. So when you say that your boy Retro is a hustler, you ain't lying. You ain't lying. But one thing I don't do is I don't get over on people because I hustle with integrity. Now, I might pick it up off the side of the road for free. It's got a $3,000 value on it, and I'm gonna sell it to you for every bit of $1,000. Don't talk about it didn't cost me nothing. Look at here. That ain't none of your business. It's got a $3,000 value, and I'm giving it to you for $1,000. And you trying to say I'm getting over on you? See, the problem is we watch people's pockets too much. We too worried about, what you need to ask yourself is there value in this? And if it is, why you care what okay, all right. So yeah, we must hustle with integrity. TD205, help me out, man. I know you're from YouTube, and if I saw you on Facebook, I know that I would know who you are. But with that helmet on, let's see. Oh, Tank. That's Tank. Yeah, that's Tank. Ain't that Tank? I'm gonna go out on a limb and risk Sandria Ruiz's limb and say that that's Tank. Okay. As you should. That part right there, man. Sandro, what's going on, brother? How are you doing? Come on, talk about my bro. Don't hold back anything. Expose. That's what we got to do, man. And Sandro, man, I ain't even kidding, man. I was sending out some texts this morning, man, and you're on the list. I want to get together with a couple other men and women in the ministry because there is some exposure and some accountability that must be handed out as it relates to motorcycle ministry. We've got to do this thing with integrity. We've got to do this thing with integrity because we got a world that's watching us. I'm streaming live on YouTube, Facebook, and everywhere. And I'm telling you right now. But see, it ain't the set. It ain't the sinners. Oh, I love me some sinners. And the reason why I love them is because their comeback story is amazing. See, it's not where they are, it's where God is bringing them. And then you have church folk, so-called preachers, talking about, no, sir, no, man. You got a problem with me? Come see me. And I'm not even talking no bad boy stuff. I'm grown. I'm too grown for that bad boy stuff. That stuff wore out. That's old news. I ain't about that life. I'll be the first one to tell you. You understand what I'm telling you? Now, don't get it twisted. Now, I ain't no fool and I ain't no punk. But anyways, there is a way of doing things, and too many people are becoming stumbling blocks to the ones they're supposed to be leading to the cross. Most folk don't have a problem with God. They have a problem with those who call themselves representing him. Marisol Young is in the building. Yes, sir. Can't hide in the dark. The light gonna shine through them. Tongues are loose. Where we at? The tongues are loose and dangerous. Keep pressing forward. Yeah. That tongue, man, it's a serious thing, man. Yeah, the Bible even talks about it. It's unruly. It cannot be tamed. But what do you do when they throw dirt on your name? Number one, you have to understand that there's different types of dirt, which warrants different types of reactions. Okay. Now there are some things you just say, well, but then there's some things where enough is enough. Hold on, wait a minute. But I found out that what you let them get by with, you're pretty much telling them that that's how they can continue to treat you. Look at here. Don't come for me and don't mess with me. I ain't messing with you. I ain't messing with them. I ain't coming for that. So don't come for me. And we must hold each other accountable. Now, I'm not talking about somebody who has a flaw, because we all have those, and we all fall into sin, trapped, tricked, lured, or whatever. We it's not about that, but it's about the maliciousness. Now, listen to what my daddy used to tell us. My daddy, oh, TD205. I'm sorry. That's Terrence. Terrence, what's going on, brother? I'm sorry. See, I'd have lost that paycheck because I thought it was Tank. But it's Terrence, my man Terrence, man. Let's make some noise for Terrence. This brother has blessed me a few times while I was out on the road. I didn't ask for it, wasn't looking for it, but I guess the Lord just laid it on his heart, and he has blessed me a couple of times while I was out getting yonder, man. And I'm just like, wow, God, that's awesome. But it is also a sign because he said to the apostle Paul, he said, I've got much people in this city, and no man will do you any harm. So it's good to know you have support from time to time. It's not all about the cash app, but it is a blessing. Don't get it twisted. But the point that I'm making is, sometimes dirt is being thrown on our name, but we got to understand that God has strategically placed us where he has placed us for such a time as this. David said, is there not a cause? I'm trying to get out of the way, man. My wife gonna bust in the studio in any minute and say, "Come on, baby, shut it down. We got to go. We got to go." And she'll be right for doing so, because I should have been gone about 15 minutes ago. But David said, "Is there not a cause?" David showed up because he was sent. His father Jesse said, "Go bring this to your brothers and find out how they're doing and let me know." David gets there and they were not on their post. See, y'all pushing me now. The men were not on their post. You know where they were? They were hiding. Who were they hiding from? They were hiding from Goliath. And here is David, this young lad. He shows up, and his first question is, who is this uncircumcised Philistine giant? And his brothers begin to hate on him because he was standing up to what they were running from. Sometimes they will throw dirt on your name because you're standing up. They will throw dirt on your name not only because you're standing up, but you're standing up and you're capable of doing what they weren't capable of doing. And so they tried to mock David. And David looks at his brothers as they're mocking him and says, "Is there not a cause?" And you know the story. David goes on and he defeats the giant. He defeats Goliath. you know so folks will throw dirt on your name because you showed up to do what they couldn't do. Don't hate me. It ain't my fault. You was the one that was in the army, but yet still you was running from your assignment. See, they will throw dirt on your name because they're running from their assignment. Meanwhile, you're fulfilling yours. I just seeing if everybody was up still. That's all. That's all. So don't go for it, is what I'm saying. You can throw dirt at me all day long. But when you throw dirt on my name, I asked a question the other day. What's the most important thing a man has? Would you answer that question really quick? What is the most important thing a man has, especially in this day and age? Okay. All right. Okay. One of the most important things a man or woman has is their word, and their word is attached to their name. Come on now. Your word is attached to your name. So when you throw dirt on my name, you throwing dirt on my word. And we just can't have that. You can throw dirt at me, but when you throw dirt on my name, bro, Houston, we have a problem. Yeah. Dallas, we have a problem. San Antonio, we have a problem. Seattle, I don't care what state, we got a problem. We got a problem. So what do you do when they throw dirt on your name? You have to begin to look at your situation and reevaluate it, because you might not have been valuing what you have and what you have been sent to do as you should. And so when people begin to throw dirt on your name, it's a sign that you are closer to accomplishing your mission. The Bible says, "He will prepare a table for me in the presence of mine enemies." So when they begin to throw dirt on your name, you have to understand it's almost time to eat. See, here's the problem. A lot of these Negroes is out here chasing the bag, and I'm just simply trying to eat. And when you chase the bag, you can lose your scruples. When you chase the bag too hard, you can lose your integrity. When you chase the bag too hard, you do things that are questionable. But when you just trying to eat, you're just trying to eat. I'm trying to live good. I'm trying to live right. When I lay down at night, I rest. I ain't my conscience is not burning me because I lied on somebody, talked about this one or that one or the other. No, 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 no. Let's bring integrity back to what we do. I'm not going to say back to the set. Let's bring integrity back to what we do because you can't stand in integrity when you got your vest on and then you slimy when it's off. I'm just saying. I mean, you is what you is. You just a slimy. Okay, retro. Relax, relax. Um, Terrence says, 205, I'm watching on YouTube and Facebook, sir. Good stuff. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Look at here, Terrence. We've got to get together and ride. I mean that, man. We got to get together and ride. So let's connect and let's make this happen ASAP. I'm going to get my tire put back on the bike Monday. I just couldn't get down there quick enough yesterday. So Ruby Red will be back up and going here because my riding season is over anyway. But it'll kick back up in January 1. So Mirasol says, be like that donkey. I was going to talk about that, Mirasol. That I promise you that was in my mind to talk about when I went live today. I promise you I was. So he said, be like that donkey that fell in the well. When the farmer took dirt to bury him, he shook it off, stepped on it till he stepped out of the hole, stepped the hole off out the dirt. So it's a very, very awesome story, ladies and gentlemen. And we're going to end on that one there. But ladies and gentlemen, when they throw dirt on your name, reassess your situation, look at yourself again and realize that they wouldn't throw dirt on you if you wasn't a threat. They wouldn't throw dirt on you. Come on now. See, the devil don't mess with someone who he already has. I'm just saying. Okay, so Terrence, are you in Alabama? If you're in Alabama, perfect, man, because we coming to Alabama, and we're gonna do that. More than likely, it's gonna be in March, possibly end of February, but more than likely it may be March. Reach out to Alice if you would like to. She's on as well, I believe, and Kodak the Ground Pounder, ladies and gentlemen, he's in the building. What's going on, Kodak? He says, "Happy Soul Day." Yes, sir. Who's Soul Day? Or is it a happy belated Soul Day for me? But nevertheless, man, we appreciate you, Kodak. Kodak the Ground Pounder, man. Great dude right there, man. Real talk. Black folk are the only people that get uptight about other people's pockets. Will pay white folks their price and don't question it. That whole part right there. Look at it now. I've been in business for several years with several different types of businesses. Okay, so trust and believe. I know they'll try to Jew you down. They want the discount from you, and then they'll go and they'll pay top dollar to and I'm not trying to be racial or nothing like that, but to the white man and get subpar service and be treated. That's why oh my gosh, man, don't get me started because I'm really supposed to be getting up out of here. But yes, we will watch each other's pockets. But yet still go give everything. We got the strongest spending dollar, but we won't spend it in our own community. It baffles me, man. It baffles me, man. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Let's see here. See if I missed anybody else's comments. Okay, so yeah, Alice is still there. So Alice, Terrence, I believe, is from Alabama as well, and he's looking to do the Alabama Four Corners. He's interested in that. So the three of us need to get together here soon. Let's see here. I might reach out to you tonight. I've got the wedding to do, and I'm not exactly sure what else I have to do after that. But expect a call from me later on this evening. I'll reach out to both of you guys. Okay. And so we can go ahead and get some planning around this thing here. And I want to say thank you to those who have already begun to support the Four Corners runs that we are doing. It's been said that we are stealing from the IBA and we're copying. And first and foremost, no one has a monopoly on a great idea. Secondly, this is not an IBA, and we're not trying to compete, and we're not trying to steal from them. IBA has all kinds of rides that they do, but they started with one ride. I don't know what their one ride was. I haven't, done the research on them because ain't none of my business. I ain't got now nickel in their quarter. So let them do what they do. We just trying to do what we do. We're not trying to reinvent the wheel, but we are going to put some armor roll on it. And this is our swag. We're just putting our swag on our vision and our version of a Four Corners run because we are trying to promote the love of motorcycling. Okay. Um, Okay, she says I got two others. Sounds good, man. Sounds good. Russell Brown. I know Russell gonna do it. I know Russell gonna do it. Is that your husband? Is Russell your husband? I see Alicia, Alice Brown, and then Russell Brown. Am I putting one and two together the right way? I may or may not be. But I just seen Russell. He got him a new gold wang. Got him a new gold wang thing. You know. I said, man, that thing looks so good. The color was just right. I said, man, shoot. Gold wing don't look too bad, man. That might be a serious option. Ruby, she's getting up there in miles, man. Even if I wanted to trade her in, I don't think they really give me much with all the miles she got on it. She said, no, no. Okay, I'm sorry. You see what happens when you assume? Yeah, okay, you know how it goes. I'm sorry. My apologies. My apologies. Um, but um, but yeah, so people will throw dirt on your name, man, and don't be ashamed or afraid to stand up and buck against it. Let me see here. My brother, how you doing? I'm good. Give me like 10 minutes and I'm gonna hit you right back. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm doing a show right now, but I want to talk to you about a future show and some other things. So I'm gonna hit you back as soon as I get off. Love you, brother. All right. Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, saints and ain'ts, everybody, including Lottie Dottie. God is good all the time, and all the time He is good. We've got to stand up to these bullies. Okay, that's one thing my mama taught me. You know, and look at here, man. I've never been a superhero. I've taken my whoopings, and the reason why I've taken some whoopings is because I was that kid who just refused to stand down, to lay down and be stepped on, and to be walked over and to be mishandled. So if you think I'm that guy, you got another thing coming. I'm not trying to speak violence. I'm not trying to speak badism or anything like that. I'm speaking manism. Yeah, yeah, like man up and stand up because the late Dr. Martin Luther King said a man cannot ride your back if you stand up straight. You better believe I'm standing up straight. Check the posture. Don't come for me because I'm standing up straight. If you're gonna throw dirt on my name, call me and throw it on my name and my ear and not, you know. And had the audacity to call a woman, wouldn't even call another man, called a woman. That's some oh Lord Jesus, I wasn't supposed to go there this morning. Um, but there's got to be accountability. And then who are you leaning to for guidance? Shame on you as well. It's one thing that you did it, but your elders, because it was said that he had a group of elders that he was consulting with, they allowed you to make that foolish move. Listen here, man, and talk about you getting ready to be a motorcycle ministry president. You are fraudulent because you're sowing discord. You're trying to kill another man's character for no good reason. I said it. I put it out there. It is what it is. You put your lies out there. I put the truth out there. Okay? And I got receipts. So come for me. Ladies and gentlemen, saints and ain'ts, sometimes we gotta let these folk know, man, that we're not gonna go there. We're not going to go there. Okay. Hold them accountable. Okay. And then last but not least, keep on doing what you're doing. As Marisol was stating earlier, the goat fell into the well, and the farmer comes over there, hears the cries of the goat, and says, "Oh Lord, I can't get him out." He tried. He made an effort, was unable to get him out, and so he figured he just buried the dirt. He buried a goat. So he throws in shovel of dirt on the goat, and every time he threw that dirt in, that old goat would shake it off and pack it under his feet. He would shake it off and pack it under his feet. Before you know it, enough dirt was thrown in that well, and he shook it off and shook it off and packed it under his feet until he had rose high enough to step out of the well. What I'm trying to say, folks, is the more they throw dirt on your name, shake it off, pack it under your feet, and keep on moving. But we're gonna set some rules in the process, okay? Because it's a brand new day, and I'm a different Negro. All right, yeah, that whole part right there. It's your boy Retro Man here on the Retro Philosophy Show, man. Make sure you go ahead and hit that share button. And if you're curious about who I'm talking about, then hit me up. Don't go around saying, "I think Retro was almost." Call me, I'll tell you. Because we just them kind of folk. We ain't gonna sit here and no, 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 no. Now I tried to call the individual, but I ain't got their number. They wouldn't give their number to somebody who was inquiring on my behalf. They blocked me on social media. Why? I don't know. I ain't even never had a problem with you. You mad at me because somebody else is mad at me, and they mad at me for what reason? That's the question you ought to be asking. Grown men now who say they preachers and pastors. It don't make no doggone sense. It just don't make no doggone sense. They gonna learn today though that I ain't the one. Cause trust and believe. I ain't okay. This is social media era, you know. So we out of here, folks. We out of here, man. And if you got any questions or comments, that number at the bottom of the screen will get me 24/7. And if I don't answer, it'll take a voice message. It'll even take a text. 980-222-4492. Anything I say, I'll stand on it. Yeah, anything I say, I'll stand on it. And if I'm wrong, well, while I'm standing on what I'm standing on, then I'll admit to I'm wrong if you can show me that I'm wrong, you know. But until then, man, you know, keep doing what I'm doing, man. I'm doing. Look here, I'm doing the best I can with what I got. I'm doing the best I can with what I got. All right. So we love you. Keep pressing forward. That's my man Marisol says. I love it, man. Marisol. That's his catchphrase. Keep pressing forward. I'm looking to see that on a T-shirt, Marisol. Keep pressing forward. All right, folks. It's your boy Retro, man, and I'm out of here just like that.
Say, man, you know what it is, man. Special guest in the building. Much love and respect to my man Retro stopping through, y'all. Y'all know what to do.
Big Cell. You still keeping it 100.
Community that we have to take care of. We have kids that are depending on us. I call them my scholars. I call them my future leaders. That's what they are. And I know, don't forget about where you were proud of where you come from and give back. It seems more family in Riverview Gardens. It would just be wonderful for some people to get some of those jobs and help us get these scholars where they need. On the horizon, learning is required.
All right, guys, I decided to do this stupid bridge. And I ain't gonna lie to you. Yeah. This is scary. Oh my goodness, this joint is moving. I don't know how long it's been up here. I don't know if that lady whose pictures in the elevators have been out here to inspect this thing or not. I don't even think she's been on any of the elevators that her picture is in, but hopefully somebody's been out here to inspect this bridge. That's all I'm saying, you know. Whew. Yo, I'm waiting for everybody to get off the bridge so I can go by, because once I start. Say it again. No, can't we go exit once we go across that way? Okay, yeah, let's do that. I ain't doing it twice. Oh my goodness, guys. Oh my, yo. Oh my goodness, yo. Okay, all right, okay, all right, okay, all right. Oh, I am not, oh my goodness. Whoo, yo, come on, guys.
You'll have to let him squeeze by you.
You guys are braver than I am. I'm having a moment here.
I won't start jumping then.
Please don't. Oh, I'm really having a moment here. Okay, almost through. Okay, all right. Did I look like a punk? A little bit, maybe. Okay, I did it. All right. Okay.
You're on that bike awareness.
Woo. Oh, yeah. My legs are still shaking, guys. Oh, my goodness. All right. For me, it was bad. It was bad. My goodness, they started shaking it. Where were you when I needed you? They were shaking the bridge on me. Oh, okay, okay. How you doing, man? Whew. Man, that's some serious business, guys. It feels like the ground is still moving. Oh, man. All right, guys, I'm out.